morning. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, it looks like today's going to be pretty gloomy. Going to be raining all day. So not expecting too much from my solar. But today, I guess, is just more like, just trying to figure out how I've been making out here in the van. And then the steps I go through in the morning to, get ready and stuff like that. So my bed, I was setting it up as a full queen, and that meant adjusting all of the cushions. But lately, the last couple of few days here, I've been setting it up as a half bed. And it seems to be working out quite well, actually, because it's less cushions to manipulate. I still have to deploy my tables, 3 tables, and I don't actually fold them all the way out, which I don't know that that's a detriment yet, but basically I have a little walkway left over. It's plenty of bed for a single person, anyways. So yeah, we're gonna have to get into the morning, wash my face, brush my teeth, sort of thing, and open up the back door, get some more light in here, and stow my bed and bedding and stuff, and get ready for the day and make some breakfast.
In September of 2021, I flew to Texas, bought an empty cargo truck, then drove it 1,100 miles back to Wisconsin, where I spent the following year building it out into a tiny living space. Now, I'm planning to travel the U.S., Mexico, and possibly Canada. I'm Jack Smackey. Sit back and join me while I take you along on a van life adventure.
All right. So yeah, you can clearly see it is it's quite cloudy out today. Definitely not as bright as it was yesterday. We had some pretty good sun, but at any rate, it is what it is. We got to make the best of it, make the most of it. I don't have any real plans. I'm just trying to like slowly get into this, because it's just everything that had been going on in the past and that's been building up to this whole van life thing. It's just so much, and I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around how I'm gonna proceed with the van. Just kind of just roll right into it. It's hard to explain how I feel about it. I'm apprehensive, but I'm confident. But at the same time, I don't want to rush into things and bite off so much that I just overwhelm myself and get stressed out about it all. So right now I'm just taking things nice and easy, nice and slow. Looking forward to the meetups that I've been arranging, and that's really been like one of the highlights is stopping in and seeing some of my friends that I've met previously, some that I haven't met yet in person. But at any rate, it's going to be neat. It's going to be fun. So let's carry on with the day, shall we? We got the van all sorted, and now I'm going to make some breakfast. All right, so pretty reasonable kitchen setup. I got this nice collapsible wash basin. I find it pretty works out pretty good. Stores pretty nice in the sink when I'm not using it. Fits in here just right. And I got this collapsible dish strainer. Not real pleased about that. That pops off way too easy. Wished it would snap on there a little bit better, but it's got a little draining rack in here and just hang it over the edge of the sink. So that's pretty handy. I wished I could turn this around and have the silverware tray opposite where it drains into the sink, but you know, it is what it is. And that lives kind of right there. My go-to breakfast has been, well, my go-to breakfast forever has been eggs and hash browns. I've sort of perfected my hash browns on my gas stove back in Wisconsin, but because I'm using an induction cooktop, it's a little bit different. So just trying to learn how to adapt to that situation. I found lower heat, longer cook time, took care of the initial issues that I had. So instead of 7 minutes aside on my potatoes on medium heat, I'm just, you know, low medium for 10 minutes. And because the induction ring isn't as big as the pan is, unfortunately, I'm limited to my 10-inch skillet when I'm cooking things that need to be brown all the way around. I got a 12-inch skillet. You know, you could cook with it, but the primary heat is going to be in the middle of that skillet, not going to be the outer banks. So anything on the outer circle of it won't get browned. So it's the learning curve that I've got going on. So, and then trick that I've been using for my potatoes is that I shred them and I immediately soak them in some water and get the excess starch off them, and that helps keep the potatoes from turning into brown mush. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those prepped. We're gonna just go with the cheese. So it's usually green onions and cheese. I don't know, it just depends on how much cheese you like, of course, and how much potatoes you have. That's my last bag of cheeses. So yeah, basic seasonings, just a little salt, a little pepper, and I like a little onion powder and a little garlic powder as well. And then I just mix all that up and put it in a nice hot pan. This power on, front burner. I want to have this down to 3 is usually what, I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but level 3 for heat. And then we'll add a little bit of oil to the pan and a little bit of butter too as well. There we go. Let's kind of mix this up here as well, and before I put it in the pan, gonna let this heat up first. You want it nice and, you know, you want it hot so it sizzles when you put it in there.
So breakfast was good. And we did get a little bit of sun today. I think I peaked out about 500 watts, which, you know, I don't know how long that lasted. But we weren't really gaining much, just 100 watts or so. You know, the fan kind of runs on 100 watts. That's if I'm not running the computer. And if I'm only bringing in 100 watts of power, it's not really bringing in a lot. So I decided, because tomorrow is going to be my travel day heading to Austin, I figured I'm going to, you know, and it looked like maybe the weather might be, you know, cloudy again tomorrow. I could still pull a Jenny out tomorrow, but it doesn't really matter. I want to get in the habit of, you know, make sure I have enough power throughout the night and stuff. So for right now, things are looking pretty good. I'm going to just kick back and enjoy the rest of the evening. Probably watch a movie later. But it's a 2-hour drive down to Austin. I'm going to try to hit up another YMCA for a shower, and we'll take care of laundry there. And we'll have a drink with somebody. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, so good morning. It is it's a Friday morning. I'm currently in Austin, Texas. Had a really awesome couple hours hanging out with Vince Neash. Realized after we got together, we had been following each other on Twitter for quite some time, and you know, our paths crossed via Twitch somehow. I wasn't really sure, he wasn't really sure, and then he made mention about a Twitch Chicago meetup, and that's where we met. He was a photographer. He did a bunch of photos for that outing down there, and so that's how we originally met. So pretty cool. At any rate, we hung out, had a couple beers at the Oasis Brewery. What a view that was. Pretty amazing. I got some still shots. Once again, no video of the encounter. Just one of those things where, you know, I find my awkwardness takes over, and you know, what I really need to do is you know, sit down and talk to the people that I'm visiting, and ask them if it's okay if we do some candid content. But and the same token is, I don't really want to, you know, risk making it a big deal. Mostly just wanted to hang out and enjoy myself, have good conversation, and that's pretty much what happened. So I'm sitting in the Home Depot parking lot. We had one heck of a storm come over last night, so that's a notable thing. My side window is leaking again, which, well, I should say again, I think I've got an issue with the sealing, with the rubber part of the window where it seals to the glass. There's obviously not doing its job, because it's letting in a lot of water. So I'm gonna have to sort that out. I don't know if a new window is in order, or if I can just get new rubber gasket material and replace that. So we'll have to poke around and see what I can do about that. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out next week's video. And if you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe.